Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map and this is October favorites video. So maybe I'll share with you a short story about Uzume. October was a shadow month for many of us who are on IG, on Instagram and who do Instagram challenges. Namkwa was organizing this October shadow work challenge and I was participating in it, but I did pull a card from that goddess oracle in the beginning of the month and Uzume came up, and to me, with laughter, she was standing for the whole month on the altar because she was just giving me this sense of balance. You know, sometimes when you go into shadow work, it just all sounds so serious and you're doing such a great job, and it can get a little egoistical in some way, and when you don't balance it with good amount of laughter and good amount of lightness, yeah, it can just become a little bit too dragging, at least to me. So I don't shy from shadow work, and I don't shy from deep work. I don't shy from death, from, you know, from tough emotional states, but at the same time I don't like dwelling in it, and I love to see that sometimes, you know, going deep also requires a lot of understanding that this is still life and we still that planet floating in the universe, you know. And yes, our lives are important and we are important, but having that I love her pose, I love her lightness, I don't know, to me she always had, like, you know, these shakers, and I smudged a lot this month. I love to use the Palo Santo, yes, Palo Santo. It's just, yeah, gorgeous. And this card, I don't know, it was a rescuer for me. I loved this card, and having it on my altar, having this reminder to always, like Brian, look at the bright side. So yeah, one of those oracle decks that I used this month as well quite a lot was the Goddess Oracle, and I love it a lot. Another oracle that I use all the time, but I mostly pull the weavers not daily, but again, like if I have a certain issue to explore, or I pull a weaver, or if I have a, you know, a monthly card, I pull a weaver. For this month I chose consciously from the goddess oracle Shilanagi, just because, you know, the light is dying and you could really feel it in Poland, in Europe, and I chose Night, Crown of Doorways. And I think she's beautiful and she really fits November. So with this weaver, with Bear, and she's the dreamer of the primordial stories. It was such a beautiful experience that I had with this deck. Recently, I'm just doing some skull healing now, but recently I purchased some skulls. I will show you them in a sec. And I asked the weavers which weaver wants to come forward, you know, and I was shuffling, and I pulled this weaver. And when you look at what she's holding that stone with this amazing face. So it looks like a skull. And I don't know, it just was this moment of magic, you know, when you just sit there and you get this powerful weaver. I love her. And with this skull, and this is just was really quite fitting. So I do use weaver oracles a lot. And also let's go through the skulls that I have gotten. Most of my skulls come from Ivo Manus. I will link his website below. And so this is a chrysoprase skull. Actually, it feels like it has a snake here. Usually they use chrysoprase for heart chakra, but to me this particular one feels very earthy and feels very, not earthy, very fiery for some reason, and very transformational and creative. But also this side feels different to this side, so I'll see. It just arrived not a long time ago, but it's my connection to Australia. It's from Australian chrysoprase. It's actually green. The light is a bit off, it's a bit dark now. Yeah, it's night time, but yeah, this is a very kind of primal, indigenous, aboriginal energy, and I love that this is Australian chrysoprase. This one, it doesn't have a name yet. I was thinking of calling it some like aboriginal name, but didn't come to me yet, so I will see how it goes. This is Alchemy though. She feels like a grandmother a bit too. She's from calcite. Feels really beautiful here on the temples, and I love her face, how she looks. She's got this smile, and because she's like split in half in a way, I don't know, I call it alchemy. And she also is perfect for group works. I was taking her to the course I was running, and yeah, she's good to keep the energy in the group going. This is like my soul skull, and this is a whistling skull. It's from Aquamarine, and this is a seer, and it's, yeah, special. This skull was purchased during autumn equinox. That's Harmony, and this is the elongated skull, and she really feels quite amazing too. And this is Chiron, and I use him always. It's also elongated skull. I use him always in Chiron readings. And I think I told you this story about it at some point, but I took it once to Thailand a few years ago, and it fell down and it hurt itself, so it's got this wound like Chiron, and I didn't work with it for a while, and then I went to Crystal Congress like a few months ago, and I had this amazing experience with Chiron, with the skull, when it asked me to change the name because it was called Mitch before, and for some reason that wound, and you know, the story was around wounding, and Chiron's story is around our wounding, but also around our healing ability. So Chiron skull is now working with me when I do my Chiron readings, and yeah, it's I love this skull. It's one of my, I think it's my first skull in general. This is Ludmiła. It's got a Polish name. It's like a grandmother from pink aragonite, and it's got those cool skew teeth. And yes, she was purchased for more for heart chakra and for like kind of Gaia goddess energy, like heart energy, but she is quite strong in her gentleness, so she's not this pure gentle lady. This is Goma, traveling stone. He's a happy turquoise skull. I put like little quartz into that hole over there. I actually got it as a gift from Evo, so that's beautiful. And this is my Mary Magdalene, and she's got those awesome rainbow teeth, so that's Labradorite skull. I just put 2 Herkimer quartz, which I found in the stream, into her eyes. She's perfect for like feminine work, sacred feminine, you know, working on stuff with like secrets and stuff like that. And this is Moss. She's my ancestral skull. She went to Day of the Dead, to the graves with me. And this is Ur. He's like a powerhouse. He's tiny. He's from Tiger Eye. He was climbing mountains with me and was just like, yeah, he's like a very solar plexus kind of go get it guy. So working with my skulls this month was really one of those really amazing things that I have been doing, and I was I'm trying out some new things. So each of my skulls has some kind of like activity performance kind of setup, and I started using them when I do my readings in my, you know, from my Etsy shop. I started using the skulls. I started using the skulls also as healing prompt. So Chiron is, you know, with harmony is like being put on Chiron. And I have some, after doing the reading with tarot and with astrology, I know which points I want to energize, which points maybe I want to put some more soothing, gentle energy, some harmonious energy, and so on and so forth. So this is what I've been trying out in October a lot. But I'm still waiting for feedback from people and to just, you know, to have this sense of saying, oh, that works. Awesome. I don't know that yet. I'm just trying that out. In this month, I've been using Joe's 282 Tarot, Le Marseille Blue, quite a lot. I got this one at some point in October. That's this Tarot de Termas, and yeah, I've been using this one as well. Thanks to Vanessa. I love this deck. So these guys, I often do the where's the full spread and so on and so forth. From the oracles, Kai's Oracle, The Sacred Journey into the Animal Realms. I've been using it for clients, like just to pull a card at the end. And I've been using it for myself a lot. It's a very soothing and gentle oracle. So yeah, it suits itself well for like Chiron readings and for stuff like this. I really appreciate this deck when I need a little bit of, you know, warm pat. Surprisingly, I always, like, for a long time I wanted to swap the Sacred Rebels Oracle, but I started pulling like a card a day, and it's a beautiful oracle. I trimmed the borders, I left just the little ones. It's a beautiful oracle, and I love most of the cards. Some of them are really amazing, like I love this one, New Birth, Guarded Vigilantly, or Inner Trust, or this one which I pulled today, Faith in the Process. So there's some beautiful energy around this deck. So I've been playing with this quite a lot. I was also trying out the Hollow Woods Oracle. You know, I showed it in one of my videos before. But I have to tell you that I find it a bit too, like, weird to use as an oracle for, you know, like a daily guidance on something. It's just a bit too whimsical, too fantastical, but it's a perfect one when it comes to like prompts as creative writing, or just working purely on inventing stories and fantasy, so practicing storytelling and stuff like that. But as an oracle for, you know, like a general guidance, like the Sacred Rebels or the other one which I pulled, I don't really use it in this way. And this month belonged to Carol Herzer's decks too. So I was playing with the Illuminated Tarot. I was playing with her Chakra Oracle, I mean not Oracle, Chakra Arcana Tarot, so with the chakra cards, and here she adds the major arcanas to the set of 2 chakras, so she's got this whole system going on. It's really cool. So I've been playing with this quite a lot, and I actually was also using quite a lot the Sacred Creators Oracle, and I love this deck. This deck is just, it works so well in the readings for clients, for me, and it works so well for myself. I most of the time check stuff on myself or on my friends. If it works, like, you know, 5 times out of 6, I'm like amazed with it. So this deck is really beautiful, and it goes with every deck. It fits so well when you mix tarot and oracles. This one is really cool. And also I've been using a lot for myself and also for the readings for others, Asherah Tarot, which still is quite amazing and beautiful and gets me every time I look at it. It's amazing. The artwork is gorgeous, and yeah, I just keep reading it mostly intuitively, just using it with astrological associations that they are there, and I think that's it. I've been using, you know, lots of decks all the time, but This is mostly what like I can think of. And here's my little altar that I can share with you. So moss is looking over the ancestral altar. These are my ancestors who have passed away. There's a little, like a postcard which I got from my friend from Mexico, when you have those pop-ups and there's like, you know, candles and like this Mexican altar. These are my shadow stones that I found in a very dark cave when there was no light in Thailand or in Laos or in Cambodia, one of those places. There's little owl and little bear that I got from lovely Natalia, and my amazing guardians to smoky quartz. There is this amazing piece of petrified wood which I love so much, and there's also this amazing quartz which has those I'm not sure what it is, but it's a natural mineral. Looks a little bit like copper or something, or some form of iron, but it's colorful, like it's really cool. Yeah, and there's my shadow quartz which I call Kali, like that goddess quartz. There's a little stone that my mom gave me. It has like a face in it, so there's a nose and 2 eyes. I also made this cool, you know, I saw the face in that little shell, so this is like my shell skull. So these are the eyes. There's his mouth. He's like the king of shells. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, and this doll from Kasia Hoda, which is also amazing, Anat, and the feather of owl I found of Ślęża, and the magpie's tail feather, and some of the goddess and weavers oracle cards, and a bone wand that's like I just added little crystal here, and some skulls. There's my owl skull that I kind of processed myself. So as you can see, this is for now my altar, and something which I'm like I just prepared it for this area, this period of time. And yeah, let's just go with November and see what November brings. My birthday is in November, so I'm a November girl. I'm a Sagittarius. And 29th of November, it's my birthday, so I'm like excited about it. And yeah, and that's it. These were my October favorites, and thank you for watching, and I speak to you soon, guys. Bye.